I'm thinking of how to say this thing without it sounding like it's a quick giveaway for how to get a girl in 5 minutes.
Let me just pause to say, we're not giving you tips on how to get a girlfriend. At this stage,
You need to be building really healthy friendships.
You can't just have friends with just male partners or just female partners. And you can't just have friends with just the opposite sex. You're supposed to be friends with everybody. And to be clear, the natural order of things is that you would begin to feel sexual or physical attraction to the opposite sex.
Definitely.
You are supposed to be feeling to the opposite sex. Like,
Man
it's supposed
to
to be
woman.
man to woman.
Yeah.
You are feeling man to man. There's something that has not.
There's something that we need to work on. There's something that needs to heal.
Or you are feeling woman to woman. I promise you, something that needs to be corrected yet. And when you feel that, you can't explore those emotions at this stage. Don't let curiosity push you to things that are not, healthy for you. Have you ever thought to yourself, why is this boy acting like this? Guys, have you ever thought to yourself, why is this girl thinking this way? Why are they reacting this way? This short, quick episode is to give you answers to that, especially for you teenagers, to help you understand that the wiring of the boys and the girls, they're the same. Different. This episode is not to help you manipulate the opposite gender. It's really to help you avoid confusion, heartache, bad choices, and broken relationship. Because in today's world, you need to understand that the opposite sex thinks and processes, so that you'll be able to navigate with them. You'll be able to play around healthy boundaries, respect, and grow in God's design. That's everything we want to explore in this episode. What runs in the mind of a guy when he does certain things. And just for context, everything we say doesn't apply to every guy or to every girl.
Fantastic.
It applies to a certain percentage of them. Some people actually function differently. So don't go saying this is the standard and the rule. This is just a guide to help you make clearer decisions, as to things as simple as, boys are visual. We are maybe more visually driven. What we see sticks to our mind longer. Maybe longer than the women, but it sticks long. That's why you can even see that the pornography industry have more male watching porn than female. Because, sight just drives a guy. The curves, the cleavages. For a guy, it's more romantic for the girl to not be naked, but to be half-dressed. It triggers than, it's like we enjoy the suspense to drive towards unveiling the prize. Yeah, for a guy, it's all that. If you guys just naked, like,
just this.
Where's the fun now? And so guys are like that. So they are straightforward. We're also straightforward like that. We're straightforward with conversations. We don't have a lot of energy to talk too much. We just say what we mean. Sometimes, it's not always what we feel. It's just what we are thinking. Again, not for every guy. Sometimes they may just say, I'm bored. And you are with a friend. What do you mean you are bored? You're with me. Or what do you mean you're bored? You're watching football. It's just, the approach is straightforward. Some guys just tell you, I want to be your friend. You're like, I don't know you from anywhere. What do you mean you want to be my friend? I mean, slow down, get to know you. Yes, they should do that. But I'm just saying that where that is coming from is because
there's a wiring.
The guy will naturally lean to just
straightforward
to Frank, the thing.
Straight to the point.
Straightforward with the thing. It's because most males and boys are goal-oriented like that. They are chasing something, they want to get something done, they want to execute something. So it's just driving them. Most men are also respect-driven. Men care for respect more than affection. So most boys are more like, don't talk to me that way. If you come and, two girls can speak and sound like, oh, yeah, I miss you. And the guy is, who are you? Oh, yeah, I miss you. And the guy say, why? Calm down. Why are you all over the place? For a guy, he sees that as all over the place. For a girl, I'm expressing how much I miss you. But what a guy really value more is that they feel respected by you. You don't, sometimes you can even raise your voice and they say you are disrespecting them. So guys, respect. They're also ego sensitive. If you say something hurtful, you walk away from a guy in public, it's like you are bruising their ego. You are giving them a sense of shame. If they post something and you scroll past, you don't like it. So it's like, so you don't like them. It's just ego like that. Because they like you, they expect that you like them back. Which is not, I'm not saying you should, but this is just the way you guys think. Yeah.
Okay.
Guys also want approval. They're approval driven most times by friends. So that's why guys are more competitive in nature. Oh, I can play video game more than you. Oh, I have this, my dad, my chest. I have more hairs on my face than you. Guys are just like that. Many guys are more. There are many guys are more action driven than they are with feelings. So they take action first, then think about it later. They just go. But in all of these things, the balance is scripture in Proverbs that says, guide your heart. Guide your heart. For everything you do flows from it. So, you might be wired towards a bent, but the bent is not supposed to control
your entire identity.
Okay. You should be able to say, I don't like this part. I'm going to change it. Yeah. I don't like the fact that I don't get to, feel things,
express
and
my emotions
with other people
articulately.
As a guy, you can't just go with, that's how men are. We don't cry in public.
Cry,
you don't talk.
That's why you have tear ducts.
You should be. You realize that God gave you tear ducts for a reason. Right? If He didn't want you to cry, He wouldn't have given you that. So these are the things that men are prone to. Not because that's the way we're completely built, but that's the way society has shaped and boxed.
And conditioning over time has kept you.
So a girl, you might need to, when a boy is behaving like this,
presenting some
you should
symptoms.
Understand that, okay, there's some things that have been conditioned. And if you're a guy, you should understand that, okay, some of these conditions, I don't need to own them. Everything should not be a competition. Yeah. You should not buy a new Air Force Jordan because your friend has one. There's nothing wrong with your sneakers. You shouldn't fuel your reason for getting things because somebody else. You should not want to have a babe because somebody else has a babe. That should not be your reason for wanting to do that. I'll let Ibelema run. That reminds me, I didn't even introduce her on this episode, but Ibelema is here and she's running that for girls. Welcome, Ibelema.
Thank you, Ini. Okay, so this was the gospel according to guys. Now let me give you the gospel according to girls. And this is not strict in the sense of rules and regulations or anything like that. It's guidelines, and everybody is wired differently, but generally speaking, and we're very careful to say generally speaking because we know that people are individuals, and it's like what Ini said at the end, where you are not bound by these things, but when you see them, the way you know that a constant headache can mean that you're not either drinking enough water or you need to sleep more. When you see certain things like this presenting, it's a guy thing. And most of the time, girls want guys to behave like girls.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work. So there are certain things. So for girls, we are very detail oriented. Like, we can spot the details. Are there guys like that are even more detail-oriented than girls? Yes, but generally, a girl is taught, conditioned, brought up, groomed, nurtured to,
find the
pay
details.
Particular attention to certain things. And even the way her body is created, she has to pay attention to very particular places. If not, you're not paying particular attention to an area can cause disgrace, shame, unwanted attention. So they are very particular. They are particular about the way they want things to be done, how they want to be spoken to, how they want to be treated. They are very particular. Girls are very chatty.
Okay.
We have a lot of words, naturally speaking, than some guys. Now, there are some guys that I don't know why they created them like that, but they can be very chatty. But naturally, girls have more words and they are more prone to express emotions freely. They were giving the coverage to do that. So they cry, they throw a tantrum, they hug, they rant and all that. Girls like spaces where they express themselves. Girls are very security oriented, so they're very calculating, honestly. You know, so they would pick a space, a guy, a person that provides more security. Yeah, we do that. It's a very calculative thing. So we might be driven by, you know, the aesthetics of somebody and then move in the direction of another person that is safe. Because there's a constant need for the reassurance. So it's the reason a girl will be asking you questions like, do I look okay? Am I fine? There's a need for constant validation. You need to understand that sometimes it's not because the girl has low self-esteem, even though, but even though the girl should be able to validate herself, to have confidence in herself, most of the time she's going to be asking questions like that. So, and then she's by nature nurturer. Cool. So a girl will act like your mom. You know, most of the time, where are you going? It's not a question to what they police you around. It's I need to know where you are, because it gives, again, a sense of security of, I know where you are and there are details that I can put in place. So where are you going to? What are you doing now? What did you do yesterday? Have you eaten? It's a girl thing, you know. Now, are there some girls that don't really send? Yes, there are some girls that are not like that. They are not nurturing by nature. But like I said, generically speaking, they are like that. Girls are very in touch with their emotions. They're very intuitive by nature. So they can sense something. They might not understand what it is, and they might not be able to tell you what it is, but they're telling you that, I don't just feel this thing. It doesn't feel right and all. And then girls are pack oriented, which is they share information freely with other girls. And when they share information with other girls, girls don't try to fix it. They listen. Okay. So we're more listeners. So sometimes when a girl is talking to you and you're trying to fix it annoys her. Because I'm not talking to you to fix it. I'm talking to you to listen, which is different from a guy, because you're telling me about a problem. It means fix it. So I'm listening with the guy is listening with the lens of, okay, this thing is worrying you. Why don't you do this and this? And she's looking at you like, I not tell you to fix it. I just need you to be here, present in the moment with me, go through the emotions with me and shut up. Yeah. And that's what girls do. So a girl's conversation is probably like, imagine what this person said, and they're angry with you. They are shouting. They make all the right noises. Imagine that nonsense imagine and all that. They are not solving the problem. They're just allowing you vent. And girls like spaces for expressions to be given like that. Now a girl is going to read meaning into everything you say. You are straightforward. So if you say, I like you, and really what you meant is that you just like the person. There's no undertone, there's no future. A girl has read her future in that I like you.
Wow.
And the reason he did this, is it because she's thinking in layers. Girls think in layers a lot. So most of the time, they're interpreting things through the lenses of emotions, feelings, and all that. Meanwhile, all you said is, I can't come now. It means he does not like me. And then they will work based on information. As much as girls are very chatty, they're not very communicative about the true authenticity of their feelings, which is something that they need to learn. And it's also something they will not do if they do not feel safe. Security is a thing. Girls like consideration.
Okay.
It's a strong language for girls. Okay. Consideration. The fact that you thought. So a thought counts. Might not even be the action. It's the fact that you thought about it. It's a game changer. you considered that they need something.
Let me just pause to say, we're not giving you tips on how to get a girlfriend.
That's not what we're saying. We're saying that you should understand how girls used to think and they used to act. It's not how to get girlfriend. Because you go meet the one that will shock you. You just gonna say, because why are you talking to me? Girls like respect. Yeah, it's part of the consideration.
Yeah.
Value placed on her. They like to be shown off. They like that you see something that they did and you acknowledge it, not just with action, but with words. Words are a thing. Girls tend to tilt more to the words that you say. Wow. They're important. So it's the reason a no can annoy a girl. And you're wondering, what's making this one angry like this? And they'll tell you that the way you said the no. What do you mean the way I said the no? So they interpret things through the lenses of, emotions, consideration, thoughtfulness, value, and all. Girls also... I'm thinking of how to say this thing without it sounding like it's a quick giveaway for how to get a girl in 5 minutes. Yeah. Girls like people. Girls are planners and organizers by nature. So girls have a long-term projection already. They're not, as much as they are in the present, they're very future-oriented.
Okay.
So it's the reason somebody's saying, I want to be your friend, and they have thought about 3 children. And it's not because they want to project on you. It's just that they are long-term planners because they have their response, again, is the nurture that they come with. So they're thinking, it's how you're married and your wife asks you, what do you want to eat? And she's asking you what you want to eat for dinner in the morning. And you're looking at her like, make night rich now. First. No. By nature, she's a planner. So she knows that to get to dinner, she has to figure out lunch, figure out this, figure out that, figure out that. She's a nurturer. So she's thinking of all the things.
Yeah.
Girls like to create environment where you're comfortable and it's safe. But they will not do it if you're not the person who is a safe space.
Yeah.
They won't do it. So you might have girls a bit standoffish or rude because they don't know you. Girls will open up in spaces that they can be nurtured also. Yeah. So I think, yeah, mood swings is a thing. Because the hormones in a girl's body is changing, and especially as teenagers, it's changing so rapidly. Most of the time, what they are presenting is not a function of who they are. It's just hormones are going off in different tangents. So the person that you said hi to 5 minutes ago can just have a mood swing that you can't understand. And this is not just for guys to understand, it's also for parents, because she was laughing a few minutes ago. All of a sudden, she's angry, she's upset, or she's just crying. And when you ask her, why are you crying? She doesn't know. I don't even know I'm crying. I'm like, you have to be patient with the fact that her body is constantly changing and her body is going to change for the rest of her life because she has a body that has to reproduce life. So it's going to take constant work to be that. So I think, yeah, in a nutshell, is there anything I haven't covered? Maybe as we talk, it will enter my head again. Because a girl is a book. It's a whole book.
Yes, that's how we are as human beings. And this doesn't box you to any stereotype.
No.
You should be able to break out of things that are uncommon.
Yeah.
She can say a girl don't know what's going on with her emotions, but you also have the Holy Spirit to guide and control you. Your physical body might want to react in a certain way, but you can choose the proper reaction.
Yeah.
You know the a lot of times boys say girls are too emotional and girls say boys are insensitive. There's just a balance of both worlds. Girls cannot stay overly emotional. you are prone to be more emotional, but it will help you to realize that, oh, this is how I'm prone to, but sometimes I also need to be rational.
Yeah.
So it's not this identifying this tendency.
Human beings
is not supposed to let you just say, yeah, this I am.
This I am. No.
It's to help you say, okay. Guys, too, there's a tendency for you to be insensitive to some things. You don't know how to react when somebody is crying. You don't know how to hold somebody. You don't know how to keep quiet in a particular time. Or you are clueless as to what was needed in the moment. This is one to say, okay, I might have the tendency to do this, but I need to learn that, it's not supposed to be.
It's the support that you give each other, which is you allow for space for these things, and then you ask for help, which is, I'm not very sure what to do when you are crying.
And to be clear, the natural order of things is that you would begin to feel sexual or physical attraction to the opposite sex.
Definitely.
You are supposed to be feeling to the opposite sex. Like,
man
it's supposed
to
to be
woman.
man to woman.
Yeah.
You are feeling man to man. There's something that has not...
There's something that we need to work on. There's something that needs to heal.
Or you are feeling woman to woman. I promise you something that needs to be corrected yet. And when you feel that, you can't explore those emotions at this stage. Don't let curiosity push you to things that are not, healthy for you. You need to be able to, walk the line and say, okay, now that you know that girls are prone to words, there's some words you shouldn't say to them.
Yeah, because it's going to trigger some
you're
things.
Going to trigger some things in your emotion.
You're going to, and so, it might be in the innocence of your heart, but you have triggered something.
Exactly.
So it's the scripture that says, "Don't arouse desires, emotions before it's time. Don't wake them up." There are certain things. Girls are prone to certain things that you say, so
you have to be able to watch that, and manage that,
and have conversations around that.
Don't say it's not that deep. It is deep. Yeah, it is that deep to them.
It's very deep.
So you understand, so you don't say those words. Don't say the girl is being dramatic. You have to respect how they process things,
Or she's being too clingy.
Yeah.
She always wants to be around, or she's too expressive. Why can't she just... No. Yes, there is the space for her to learn and all that, but you also have to give room that she's also growing and presenting as she's wired to.
Because the earlier you learn this, the earlier you're able to have relational intelligence. You're able to manage your relationship, create healthy boundaries, build healthy bonds
and friendship
with each other. So if you don't know these things, you are going to have... It's going to kill and hamper your future relationships because you are not handling it well. And girls need to also know that the boys can be very physical.
So
they want
touch
to
is a
touch.
thing.
Yeah, they want to touch things they like. So you also help the boys build boundaries. It's okay. I know you won't touch me, but maybe you just hold my hand and leave it there. Or maybe you should not even... But you understand, when you see that they want to touch you...
It's not a place to now bring down their ego, scatter everything. No.
You also see the line and say, okay, this is how they are... Again, a boy, you can also control it. Yeah, I might feel like touching her, but I can't touch her. And I'm not talking about sexual touch. I just mean your hug. So if there's nothing wrong with hug until it's wrong in your mind.
Yeah.
And you know when it's wrong in your mind.
Yeah.
So it's not a conversation, it's hug bad. The moment it's wrong in your mind, it's bad. So let that
guide you.
Let that be your guide onto where it is proper and when it's not proper. Because just this little thing, an awareness of the way you are wired, the way you act, and the way the opposite sex is wired, it helps to remove a lot of quarrels, a lot of confusion. It just helps both of you have thriving friendship, which you need at this stage of your life.
You need to be building really healthy friendships.
You can't just have friends with just male partners or just female partners. And you can't just have friends with just the opposite sex.
And
Your life is
you have
supposed
to be balanced.
You're supposed to have friends. You're supposed to be friends with everybody.
And navigate the
Yes, so you
different
can't just say, that's why I like this guy's group. They know they stress me. The girls group, all the group, you're supposed to know how to
because
deal
you're
with them.
living in this world and you're going to have to interface with all of them.
Yes.
And also it's also the same way where, because girls, can use more words, you also have to be sensitive because you're dealing with egos here. And yeah, there are some girls that have really sensitive egos. Yes, they are. But now you have more words, You know that your words can really hurt. You can wield it in a way that hurts. So instead of building a persona of being somebody that has really sharp mouth that can break somebody's confidence, whether guy or girl, build yourself to be the nurturer that you are and speak these affirmative words.
Yeah.
So it's not sensitive to, this is how we are. Because it can work both ways. Yeah, so it's something that you want to check also.
Both ways. I'm going to leave this, like I told you, short and brief. Take this. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Thank you, Ibelema, for doing this.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Peace out.